everyone, welcome back to Saint Spell's Love Guide to Magical Silent Book Spellbook. We are back with a series I am so interested into. I really want to finish. At least get Siri's route, please, Siri, please! Please, Siri. Okay, let's just begin. There is a guide. I have it open, but I'm not gonna read it. If I fail this again, I will definitely read it. I'm gonna try and do it, because last episode I tried and I got the bad end. So let's just start. Let's skip. I'm gonna try and get the same classes as him. Because it's not alchemy. What even is arithmetic, bro? I don't even know. Let's just get astrology. I hope for the best. Let's try Polaris. Polaris? I think it changes my base stats. Right, yeah, I have intelligence. I have more intelligence. Okay. Let's just exercise. Let's just keep exercising. Let's keep going to class and let's not sit next to him. And then what the fuck? Lunchtime. Let's not spend lunchtime with nobody, bro. Let's go to this is so stressful. Let's exercise some more. I don't know how much strength I need to get. Oh, I have an injury. Fuck, I have an injury? Let's finish this guy. I get lost. Okay, what's gonna happen? I don't have enough strength yet? Go, I have 7 strength! Okay. Can I finally talk to this guy? What's gonna happen? Yes! Finally! That's probably not the rest of there. Perhaps ignorantly, you better get your better judgment. You stray deep in the vacant halls. It begins to feel as if you're walking towards fire. While you're curious, your investigations bring you to a windowless door. And though your breath go dry, you find yourself close to fire. Beads of sweat form in your skin, but you know them as your hand firmly grips the doorknob. Despite the flicker of fear that hinders you, you swing the door open. Nothing ventured? Oh? It's the CG I got! But closer inspection, what appears before you is not forbidden, long lost secret, nor is it really a phantom. A person, a young man with tan, marred skin and snow-white hair, dappled with spots. A set of hound ears, his were large and fluffy and were long and downy tail to match an animal. Inhuman as the man's appearance was, he doesn't notice you at first. Instead of taking to the dexterous and impressively intricate ways he swung and swayed with his lance. His arm is strange, a pleasant dance the snow leopard shares with his crystalline-like weapon. The remnants of whispery, colourful light that follows his movement are awe-inspiring, fantastical, and the likes of phenomenal auras you find near the Earth's northern and southern poles. Yet just like that, the show of flame transpires, his focus and magecraft disappearing with the last movements once he finally takes notice of you. Yes, hi, if you're done staring, is there something you need? Can't help but relent and reveal a little blush at the forward question. I was just feeling a fire. I felt this fire. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Speak him. Are you serious? You're saying fire? Do you even feel how hot it is in the room? Don't you feel a safety hazard? Safety hazard? You're funny. And then also kind of back as you run towards the fire and stay away. Listen, this isn't about me. You're the one that's lighting these fires around here. Can't take the heat, just stay away. Sound good? In that case, no humans or animal will be harmed in case my magic is running rapid. He smiled again to himself, as if once again proud of that image. No? I survived to people before I got something what happened to you. Obviously, being a sensible person you are, you don't doubt his techniques. However, you just can't agree how rushingly and nonchalantly he seems to be able to predicaments. What about the lights? They were flickering and went out. I especially thought this place was haunted. It's decent. Fuck. I think you'd be shy out. Curious expression records your death, but I'm failing to see the coins behind your taunting words. I'm not as shy, if anything. Actually, training alone is more for your safety, unless you have pain of danger. Oh. This isn't all, you don't. Exactly. Anyway, I should head back, blah 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 blah. Well, this guy again. Fuck, which one? I don't know which one is a good option here. Because they look so, like, I guess, charmed? I'm charmed, bro. Whoever taught me best, blah 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 blah. Good class, yes. Let's talk to this guy again. Okay. How about we try and wake him? Because last time I didn't try and wake him. He needs to be awake before the professor comes back regardless. Just find yourself and tread nearer. Straying dangerously closer to what he might typically allow you. I know such a pleasant sight of a young man unguarded and is blissfully sleeping seems to be reserved for only people closest to him. Would you ever want to be one of those people? So he seems to be least of. Always sentient, reticent, but also always concerned with himself more than others. That explains why you scarcely caught one another, despite how new you were. Apparently, you wonder his reasonings for doing so, but you take a dive into the interpreted waters yourself, wanting to understand. One petting at a time. Petting? What? I don't. What? I guess. And it's also so fluffy, like fluffies. You took it on the appears the only flirt and tilt in response. Siri looks flushed. What was that? Why would you ever do that though? But Tilly falls asleep when you peek closer to his lips, just barely shifting. It doesn't work. Yeah, maybe one more try. One more try? Okay. Well, if it's not his ears, I guess. I don't want to touch the tail. That seems a bit weird. I guess hair, because ears to hair is like logical, right? Straight from the layer of his fur, you want to get a hand near his head instead. For a surprising Mayhai, the first training, he does take good care of his head, doesn't he? Or is it really all that surprising given how full himself it is? For some reason, it annoys you that he's now smirking in sleep. No way, is he still sleeping? What the? He's still sleeping? He's still sleeping? Oh my god. I don't know. I guess took the tail. Not sure why, but a sight of a really thick and large tail is a complete contrast to his audacious personality. Bringing a palm around the top of it, smooth and march to the church. Giving your Usher Lanka bears a little bodily response. Aside from said tail swashing at your hand, that is. Please wake up already. How endearing that the brazen and arrogant man adorned with bastard skulls will have fur and hair so soft and fluffy. Perhaps it isn't all that surprising when you got God's favor and born a cat boy. Carefully and carefully coaxing the animal awake is by some miracle that the unmoving figure finally stirs. Big white eyelashes slowly teeter into a gradual flutter. At first, Siri's restless gaze merely glances at you, as it was normal to have your racing figure at his bedside. Very even bothering to shy away from your hand. In fact, he leans into it, turning onto his side and gazing even more peacefully as he passes through the final lapse of long sleep. Wake up! Polly was expecting to begin purring. He does not, but he always seems keen on falling into the brink again. You call me by the one piece siphoned from your palm. But gradually the smile fades and magic's gone and his eyes are no longer showing sharp. Siri stares at you now with placid unperturbed gaze, and now it's your turn to pay the inspecting. Oh, good morning. That's that! It is clearly conditions that you're seeing each other again. Right. That's fair or something, yeah? What a chance of meeting again like this? Does he inconsequential? I would never say that, but I can't even pronounce it. Actually, we might even hear about the same class together, but who's giving Jack? Oh, definitely not me. I don't really pay attention to this. What, really? Wait, we have the same classes? Was astrology light? I actually rises in the midst of your banter, cradling a bandaged hand. But he seems more concerned with waking himself up more than anything else that waking himself up than anything else that might have given him cause of suspicion. Is he paying his unconscious body? In any case, he doesn't seem to mind your presence. So here because he could afford. Oh, okay. Let's go with the key band-aids. I just like the key band-aids actually. Try to see my head start slowly dipping as you take my collapse in succession. I'm sleeping, bro. Snooze. It's like clockwork. Getting back to clockwork. Hey, clockwork, how do you calculate the gravitational force between two masses? F equals GM. Make him silence if you have studied. Thank you! Oh! Rosie, what the fuck? I don't know my physics that well. My physics is so terrible. I mean, different classes. Let's go to... Okay, I need to get my charisma up. I think my strength is alright. I mean, 9 is a pretty good number. Let's go to... Which one does the field, right? But don't let me meet the guy again. The rabbit is in the field, right? Oh, am I stupid? No. People in the... Let's go to the kitchen. I don't think... Every time I go to the kitchen, there's no one here. A strange sight befalls you this time. Attending a saint spell, you witness all manner and form of feminine witchcraft, but this one follow the strangers. Then the animal for what? What animal? The rabbit? But you certainly never expected him to wear an apron or look so with an inquisitive focus on an open book. What? What? Okay, I guess he's in the kitchen. Okay, you know, but I never thought I'd see you read so diligently. The leopard scarcely notes your snide comment. Merely spinning on his heel at an angle at which you get a full view of the exposed back and sides. Never would you understand the novelty of his revealing attire, the likes of you which never expect from a snow-prone person. That's true. He dresses very, like, casually. Hello, after Siri, are you even listening? Raising your voice to walk somewhat, and then it's just ever so slightly, that's slightly parted as if mouthing the Prince of West himself. Is this thing, dare you say, intelligible? Look, Siri always struck you as simply meat-headed. Did you say something? I never thought I would see read so digitally. The Cohen clutches him unaware for a moment until the leopard smirks, placing the book down and gesturing towards his mice and place with that familiar conceited aura. Honestly, they realized he entered the room. I have a fixation related to my diligence. He guessed offendedly. You're right, though. I'm impressed that if I mentioned it's only a cookbook. I don't have to mention anything. I can see from your apron just fine. Oh? Is he actually wearing an apron? I can't tell. Oh, what do you think? I already know the answer, but I figured I should listen to your opinion. I've seen better. Fuck you. Don't know. Seen better. I know your answer was meant to be coy and meant to be a fact. You feel the immediate weight of his stare as he bears it towards you. Oh shit, was that bad? A colorless smile. Okay. I'm smiling. Oh. A colorless smile hits at your lip, and you hold back any film of water pressing into bubble. The next minute the rate doubles and you feel your grin shrink back. Craning your neck, you feel the Ant-Man leering dangerously across his counter, his lips full and wide and smiling. Okay, he's smiling! Displaying his chain-like rows of sharp teeth. Sorry, I can't hear you well, so I moved closer. For a sec, I thought you were saying that you seem better. Oh, my bad! Even if he practically has you leaning near the edge of your seat, by some miracle you retain the guards and sneer back at him. No, you heard right? There's a lot of attractive people at the school, so don't feel too bad. The best tail floats through the air like a hooded snake that glowers. But should you love, you don't feel any real animosity emanating from him. I find no doubt, but Siri has been a snow leopard embodying fire. So you're beginning to grow used to his repulsive antics. His skin smothers, and he retains the smallest wry smile, slinking back to the position behind the counter as he measures out the ingredients. I just think you have bad taste. Hey now. You watch Siri begin to tamper with the ingredients, the likes of which seem to involve with various herbs, flour, and fish. He seems making a relatively simple dish. Does he really need to read a cookbook to do that? Is that a fault cost you? Then perhaps he's just bad at cooking. In an attempt to dull your impending boredom, even though you're sure he'll find a way to interview you discriminatingly, you wrap your knuckles against the counter. So, Siri, I've been meaning to ask you, what are you cooking? Because that seems like the logical topic in this conversation. It appears he's concentrated on breaking down the fish in front of him. Offhandedly, you wonder what exactly he's been able to procure such set of ingredients. The fish in particular look concerningly fresh. Is there a particular reason you're cooking? Let me guess. I don't look like the type who cooks either. No, but after watching for a bit, maybe it's not surprising after all. There's an underlying confidence in Leopard's movement from how easily he handles the bait and how actively he descales and fillets the fish. He has a hobby. That awesome scallop butchery. That sounds more likely. Even it makes you curious how he was more than a leopard with a lack of a fire and lance work. You know you read a cookbook, you look like you exactly know what you're doing. They unintentionally compliment you. Steve stops for a moment to laugh, and a sound mimics something pleasant and comforting in your memory, familiar, brightening. I'm used to cooking. I had my mom with all kinds of stuff growing up. There isn't much to do in Alcina aside from spending time with family. Plus my little sister is kind of a handful. Henry's gaze curls up for once, a tiny curve, a smile hinting at his lips. There's something about his expression appears shadowed, melancholic. But before you can ask him about it, he goes back to shopping. He punches on the side of the fish being investigated on the cutting board. There's a question I'm just passing a dish I used to make. Black and pepper crusted fish with lemon dill sauce. That sounds pretty good, you know, like high-key, low-key. Leopard grips a hand against his chin, and you're about to bring back a question of his injured hand before he speaks up aloud abruptly. Give me an expert opinion. Does that sound impressive to you? Oh, you're asking me? Yeah, it does. I actually know what that means, what it tastes like. He's very pleased for your opinion for once, and subsequently, with a smile, goes back to preparing his food. Great, if it blows, you're partially responsible for it then. I mean, fair. Now wait a second. Time passes a little bit too quickly as you watch, race 10 minutes away watching Siri. Ali passing on about nothing substantial, you realize speaking to the others easier than it is initially. In fact, egotistical or pig-headed as he usually is, he is completely capable of being impressively intolerant, tolerable, and even comforting, disregarding the frequent quip or aggressive mark. He reminds you of a close friend or family perhaps, in the sense that his presence almost provides support. You feel safer near him, perhaps it was due to his own confidence rubbing off on you, regardless. The fly catching glances at the exposed look back and imposingly with a tattoo? There's a tattoo on his back? In lumbar? Where's lumbar? The curtains evaporate and the myriad of the sense that fill the air. He has always decorated his play, simple but reminiscent of something rustic that you might catch aired on television. The crackling sound of stirring hot oil and fish as it begins to cook causes your eyes to sparkle and mouth to almost salivate. What's your favourite food, sorry? Huh? Oh, braised beef or any rare prime cut. Very most things, not very picky. Magic rises from your throat and you tap your chin in response. I like steak too. Perfect of you, but cute that you don't mind your veggies. Your response prompts a smile from the leopard and you can even see his tail sway behind in unison. I was a good boy growing up, contrary to popular belief. Well, sometimes. Well, at least you eat your veggies, that's more than I can say. That sounds about right. So he peels off the fish, the meat, bones and skin, and drapes it on his plate. He drops the last finishing touches onto the dish. The few view of you, it already looks immaculate, albeit not as intricate as you initially assumed. The finished dish is mainly fish with sauce and sprigs of dill and lemon on top. What's your favorite spiritual sparrow? Oh, me? Me? I guess me. That's true. Me, you can't go wrong. But me too. Nothing really beats that. Yeah, that's fair, because you're leopard. I don't know if seems pleased by your response, bearing a smile that looks almost too gentle for his features. Agreed, especially when you get used fresh from a butcher shop. Doesn't finish and you feel quiet a bit. Right! While you're distracted, the sound of the plate sliding over catches your attention, and you jump slightly at the sight of Siri's now completely distant silver being placed before you. So certain that the heat you feel resonates not only from the fish, but from the confines of your own rattled chest. Try so hard not to smile when lifting your gaze to make eye contact. The Siri is as nonchalant and haughty as everything he performed was effortless. What's this? Oh, you wondered who I was making it for, right? I mean, I never said it, but utterly in the back of my mind you feel both ghostly and abashed for being read so easily. Typically, your eyes fell to the perfectly cooked fish that I've placed before you. It's glistening seared skin, the sheen of the lemon drizzle. Now, you don't have me mind power to gather your thoughts, then I'm gonna remove the apron before drifting over your side snidely. What's the matter? Does me cooking for you sound too nice? You seen that grin too many times, but the first time it actually caught you tripping. I'm tripping! No, it's just, I expect you were cooking for me. I guess I should say thank you. You bow your head and recover your bearings, palm pressed to kneecaps. Wait, oh yeah. He leaves you simmering in your thoughts for quite some time before his laughter fills the air. Once again, you're reminded of how annoying egotistical you can sound. If you want, I pretend that wasn't good for you. But then you just so happen to run into an opportunity to taste test my practice dish. Whatever help you sleep at night. That will help me sleep at night, thank you. Yep. With a bit more force than you're used to, you effectively pat your back, and then the pressure caused you to go rigid in response. Rigid. Thankfully, the leopard seemed to be retreating in the opposite direction of your horribly flushed face. By the way, I might have cooked, but you will try cleaning. See you later, better. Oh, you fucker! Other sounds as you feel some dignity crash back into you, and you gaze into the shutting door to the plethora of dishes and greens he left gave in his wake. Irritation and something a bit more familiar seeps into your senses. Smiling, you clench your knife in your fist. Damn you, Siri. You fucking bitch! I gotta clean! Do felt like cleaning. Let's go join the fight club. Because he's in the fight club. Okay, we'll talk about fight club. Oh, he's here! You're on! Alright, easy, bring it. Like, you bring me with confidence, and you know you're practiced enough to at least go to tournament with him, even if it's swallowing Raya. So he tosses aside, his lips present something. Oh, isn't long before he's chuckling. Lifting a hand to squeeze your arm. Whoa, hey, see, I got muscle! You do, that's impressive. Well, the same muscle mass I expect from a doormat. That is so rude. It'd be rude to steamroll you. I'm kidding. So you do work out. Maybe you just won't die here. Nobody's dying! Okay, yes, we spar. Maybe we do more... I guess... Charisma's lowest, so I guess I go to the fields and... Can I go to the fields, please? Oh, okay, I can't go to the fields. Let's go to the fields again. Let's just... What the hell are you doing? Let's go to class, and then let's take his class. This is like clockwork at the point, but you found yourself to be very good at shadowing individuals, to the likes of one particularly was difficult, actually a bit difficult to find in context to agonizing persona. You managed to find him, and you pause like the perceptive shadow you are to observe him thoroughly. Although pigs might be flown at night outside with an apron and cooking, but hell have frozen over when you're pretty sure you just got him studying. You must have left a fresh into surface, but you... tease him? You have charisma. Okay, yeah, I make myself known. As much as it tosses you, you're afraid from dealing with serious and comeuppance. Well, over the conversations of him poking jabs at you, you try to retort, a mercy if you will. Politely, you knock several raps against the door, but the enemy immediately goes rigid before flying you. Prospero, why does it always seem to have ridiculous timing? Exasperatedly, the leopard conceals his stack of papers before sighing. It's more fatigued than there is a shred of anger. A small part of you feels clear the notion that this might be something you can tease him about later. Ooh, okay. A coincidence, or maybe you're just not as elusive as you think you were. I found I just know how does mention how I'm obnoxiously eye-catching. You have in response to keep any following comments to yourself, sliding over to his desk you attempt to catch a peek at his work. Contrary to whatever argument or deny he must dispute, there is a stack of textbooks, an inkwell, and a scrawled over parchment. I'll allow yourself to ponder what he might be intending on doing. Despite being blaring obvious, you realize a series of answers is pig-headed? What does that mean? Pig-headed. I can't read. You draw circles into the stairs, hovering ever so closer to Siri's figure. I was surprised to see that he'd actually gone from back to scribbling notes, albeit on a freshly torn piece of parchment. So if you're not studying and you're just looking over your notes, could you be having trouble in class? His hand clenches around the quill, and you notice a slight wrinkle on his face. There's no trouble. I can ace anything if I set my mind to it. Is that so? Yeah, I used to be privately tutored by one of the firers. From back in the corner, he manages to announce something so proudly Dusty piques your interest and you take a seat on the desk he's working at. Siri sets up your wide, perplexed eyes, but simply moves out his workspace out of your sitting range. Need something? Oh yeah, that's dodge of his attention. Relatively back at you, the most familiar expression you've said to you, woman. Fuck! I guess the tutor thing? I don't have enough time to do this. The starving thing? Oh, it may sponsor is one far too greedy and you know it. But it's hanging left to Siri, you're immediately quivering in silence. Just glance at you periodically as if waiting for you to say something. He appears to write it off in the form of idly turning pages. You embarrass and put it coolly by pushing some hair back from your face. Too bad. A little time passes and you idly wonder how many minutes left until class begins. Then that the course he's been taking this on a good for few too many. On a good few too many. And besides that, a physically oriented Siri will be interested in such a broad spectrum of academia. Cryptology, history, magic, grammatical linguistics. You've never seen in these classes, so why would you be taking this on them? Perhaps he was even more try-hard than you thought. He stacks the last few papers and splits them into different piles, likes of which you presume to be associated with the respective classes. Finally done? Yeah, I really like my classes. I know just fine for the most part. Why? You're considering a magic study partner? I just thought I'll give you some notes if you ever missed out of class. Oh boo. Not really subtle, are you? Despite the slightly condescending words, he chuckles. If I'm subtle, you won't pay attention or almost understand what I'm saying. He laughs, a sign with even more mirth. Not the first to tell me that. Either way, you should just appreciate how generous I'm being. You swallow dryness in your throat as you witness Siri begin to gather his fingers and stand, a son that is likely to disperse again. Unless you want to vie for more of his time and attention, there isn't much you can do without coming off to as too desperate. He's learned to behave numerous times and even be full of you to that. Well, at the very least, you can help him pack his things. The moment the idea swings the dear thoughts, and you quickly begin combining his books together. Which, on second thought, it's really impressive how he's able to carry them all. Maybe you should just watch him do that instead. Seriously appears surprised by accident, smiling to himself a little and mouthing a piece of breathless thanks. It's nothing. You feel guilty for accepting his gratitude. As if you can feel this weight and shame and guilt hammer down. As you deliberately pick up his things at a longer pace. Though you could argue you're actually interested in the content of writing, you're pleasantly surprised at how intricately calligraphic Siri's handwriting is. So, a ton of O's and R's between your lips, and again you feel like you discovered something special, something secretive. That's just writing! For someone with such scarred grammar challenge, his writing is very beautiful. Like a poet and illustrator, someone who has wielded the pen for many years. Let me read the view to look over his work, Siri doesn't seem mine. He's even taken time sifting through his papers. But man can pretend the joy of relishing in the other's presence is mutual. Just well, my linguistic notes are that interesting to you? Oh no. I was surprised you write so pretty. What gives? Actually, if I put my mind to something, I ace anything, did I? Your cheeks puff as you part a little. But you kind of say like that as a legit answer. It's true though, I just write often. Just like I sometimes cook. At this point, why are you even surprised? He put eyes over almost suddenly. Having gathered the last of his things, he looks like he's thinking about something. These are menial things anyone has been good at, should be good at. Cooking, handwriting, reading. Things I had to learn growing up, so it's nothing really impressive. That's not true. Any talent is good, but doesn't mean that any less special. A lot of people can be horrible cooks. So you're bent on encouraging him. Your eye catch on a cover of a very intricate eye-catching leather-bound journal. No text on the cover, and just hidden out of outrage. As dismantling Siri's myriad of textbooks, you reveal its hidden place. Does it belong to Siri? Siri personal about cooking or something or another, but you're discovered by the authenticity of this rawhide cover. Bearing the journal in your hand, you can tell it's very old, very worn. Sense of papyrus peek from between its crinkled pages. It was mistaken for some aged term he'd probably checked out of curiosity. When you flip over the cover, you can see it's scrawled and even handwriting. Serious. Looks like a child's handwriting. Let's flip to the next page when the journal is snatched out of your grasp. Yeah, I can't lie! That was his journal. Like, I should not have been looking through that. I don't know. You blink up and look up to see Siri's panic expression. Ah, sorry. I didn't know that was yours. Oh good. My bad for leaving it out and almost forgetting it. I didn't know it was yours though. Surely it was very obvious. Rising heat stares in your body and your cheeks, and by the time it's of a muscle flame, I want that flares in your face and beats in your eyes. You feel like it caused something really personal. Sorry. As if equally sharing the rate of a growing girl, the leopard sighs, and surprisingly enough, he reaches out to comb your hair back. His fingers are warm where your skin touches, and you can't help but lean into the man's touch, to what you assume is a tender caress, but still selfishly indulge in it. It's just a journal. I always written it since I was little. How big is this journal? Siri weaves your bands from your eyes, and his fingers lift your head upright. Before you know, your chin and cheeks are cupped between his fingers, and staring at you fiercely but unkindly. Stop looking so sad. It was just a bodily reaction to grab it, so I'm the one who's sorry. I'm the one who's sorry, bro! I knew that was yours, for real! It was that ash in your throat, but you understand his intentions. Frantically, you nod and feel both relief and disappointment when he lets go. Honestly, I think I just wouldn't die of embarrassment if you were to see. So too bad, no baking, unless you want to pry it from my cold, dead hands, that is. Understandable. But tempting, and then read a bit more of it. On that note, I think study time is over. I'll just see you later, Prospero. As we begin to foul, and he realized he was skipping class again. So he could quickly begin to gather his things, and he paused a moment to share impressively by how easily he's holding all these books. Yeah, see you later, Siri. Seems like you feel a little bit fuller despite your stirring emotions, as if even though he left, he gained something irreplaceable in return. Is that good? Finally, streaming the edges of the path. Do not do it, you'll die. Eat shrooms? Yeah, you'll do that. Whisper, tell me while having you eat shrooms. You'll die. Please, have an apple. But I got intelligence. Yes, I'm so smart. Okay. I don't know what to do. I'll spend time with him. Oh, it's also. It's about time you take a break, and choosing the luxurious outdoors, you resign yourself to the serene company of nature and the sea of the tree. Breeze feels cool and smells fragrant and intangible scents, with a mention of distant flora and mayhaps, an alchemical monstrosity somewhere within a conservatory. It's strangely comforting, and you question if there's anywhere better than your present company as your eyes shut on the fringe of the drifting sleep. Something hard falls on your hand, and you attempt to sleep while interrupted. Hello? Go once more, but the nearest students are busy mingling. First thing left, you cozy back to your beloved trunk before the pain strikes you again. Hungry such for the aggressor, and a cracked acorn grazes your fingers. If you just go, show yourself! Well, you heard enough of these pesky students, tossing away the acorns all willy-nilly. You think as you toss the acorn back far into the distance. I'm not a squirrel, but a tail fluffier. Oh, sorry? Comes not far, or wherever you threw your acorn, frankly, but rather a bow. Your gaze lifts, and you meet eyes not with a handsome answer, but a beast decorated in a dapple coat and an even fluffier tail. A serious voice coming from that leopard skin. It's not leopard skin. You told your head in response. If the leopards were capable of expression, perhaps it'd be easier time reading him. But it's clear from the exaggerated draping of his limbs over a branch that he's far too human-like to be fully animal. His eyes his snout wrinkles, and he snorts his skepticism. But not only. Just tell me, is your magic ability to sniff out sounds of the leopards, or is this a pastime you're too good at? Maybe both? I was just trying to sleep, bruh! Oh sure, but you think you're smiling. Thankfully, Siri steps upward, and a cloud of mist of like icicles and snow, his shimmering form transposes with a V-line. It's Siri the Anime again, and he's lying leisurely on top of the taller branches. You're sure if you try, perhaps you might be able to reach him, but even before you think to, he... Have you thought you were going to do after you ride, right? I mean, You're started, but doesn't mean you have to be going online. It's really a subject you're not used to, too profound and almost too serious to say realize Siri. Been proving you wrong, left, and right. when you give him a response. I don't know. I guess to take care of somebody. Well, what war? I'm not gonna draw the war. I'm not sure, but I don't know what answer he wants me to give. So I'm gonna take care of somebody because that's nice. In the back of mind, somebody flashes your vision. It hasn't been long, but the question of your distant future causes your heart to ache as you consider the fragility of this magic world and everyone you might care for it. Even good things like that in the end. In the future after you graduate, your attention may not be for the longevity of the world and become offers a bit selfish, but I'll get stronger. I have people to look after. You clench your hands together at mission, perhaps feeling tad bit embarrassed. Even more so when something stirs in you to meet Siri's vision. It's a serious, selfish notion to damn the world and keep only those precious to you closest. Instinctively, your eyes meet Siri's to gather some semblance of reaction. I realize but relieved, you feel how softly his expression turns to you. A gentleness you wouldn't initially think appropriate for one so loud and large of ego. I did too. Let's do something in the House of Bellatrix. Oh, I thought maybe you just like the color blue. Yeah, I mean, that too. He smiles even feebly. Without wanting Siri leaves from the branches, a cluster of leaves and half-eaten acorns rain upon you in his wake, but you forgive him the moment he takes the time that's brushed off the debris from the person. There he goes, taking care of you again. This seems to be a common thing lately. Are you usually this way? Because I thought as even to frame your hair back to what seemed appropriate, I allow him to for the sake of pretending to maintain your cool. What do you mean? Anything perhaps, comforting. Are you like this with everyone you meet? You just meet? His hand stills and you attracts it before staring at you. Siri takes a step back and shoves the hand in the same pocket. Judging by his reaction, you wonder if it's a habitual thing. No, everyone just meet? No. I guess I just like you. He furrows his brows out you in confusion and repeats himself. I like you, Sparrow? It's like a long day. It's not like I'm going on my way for anyone I just meet. That sounds too tiring. I'm not anyone's saint. Well, saint spells. Yeah! He seems confused by the silence, but he steals your seat by the tree trunk. Unfolding a crumpled piece of paper he apparently smashed in his pocket. They take a moment of your cheeks to cool before filling space beside him. Tickling your shoulders brush on your field, he doesn't seem to averse you leaning just slightly in. Ever heard of personal space preparo? No, mind that. It's my man. I thought it was embarrassing. Before you can take it personally, you wonder if you only reacted that way due to the wording you managed to pick up from his letter. Rather, you know it was a letter because you saw it had been addressed to someone's mother. His mother? I guess it's for his mother. I mean, he likes his mother. I remember that from the other interaction, so I guess we'll ask. You sleep on your fingers and squirm in the grassy sleep behind him. This must rescue you, but, well, having you attempted to take risks serious with his nature. However, you realize what high risk, what high reward meant by now. So, is that also supposed to be your mom, be for your mom, or surprisingly you immediately turns to stare at your bright eyes, but try your best not to feel bothered by them. In the case of it is, it's not very embarrassing to write letters to your parents. Some letters are very far from home. It's not that I'm embarrassed, not about these letters anyways. His eyes on turn, and Leopard gazes at the note for some time before he folds it more neatly, holding it back in his pocket, but instead of allowing his weight to sleep into the tree's trunk. I never know what to write. I always have trouble with it too, even though my mom praises me. The animal's fingers squeeze around his temples, and evidently you know he feels discouraged. But he realized it. I don't have the best attitude, and I'm not the most polite guy around. Coming to words is quick and easy, but when I sit down to think, it's hard to say what I'm really feeling. It's hard to say what you really. It's hard because you want to say what you're really feeling and not just word vomit. Word vomit? Is that what you think I do all the time? You don't vomit on by yourself, and it's really self-important. And finally, that's the response. It was after conversing with you, Siri looks like more like his usual self. In fact, he looks more like his previous self. You easily recognize now how he's definitely drifting to sleep. Anxiously pretend not to notice and sit rigidly at his side, but it becomes harder to ignore when his warmth of his form begins to lean against you. First his body and then his shoulder goes, and then you flinch and his head falls limply against the crook of the neck. Even the fluff of his ears brush against your face, peek on the edge of your peripherals. Oh, he's definitely sleeping on you. Has so much time passed, or is Siri just tired and a heavy sleeper? Perhaps those are not surprising given his precarious habits. Oh well, what could go wrong? You smile to yourself and relish in the silence, uncaring of any lingering eyes that might spot you. Well, we're very nice. We're so nice. Going to classes for the day. I guess I'll go to the infirmary. I don't know if I have an injury. Let's get an injury. You cut the finger in the midst of a study lesson. Let's go. Hello? Oh, it's you. I don't want to. Wait, no, never mind. Let's get rest then. Nothing will bother you. No one will bother me. Let's just rest. Done. I'm done with classes. I don't know if I've done good. Let's just exercise. Let's just go back to my work. Let's just taunt her. I don't know. That's what I gotta learn. I'm sorry, DIDNT. DIDNT? You seem like a cool person though. It's cool point. Okay. Let's just exercise. Oh, why is this magic? Oh fuck. So what's up? Okay. I don't know what to do. Let's go to class. This one. Oh, Prospero, you're here. Come hang around for a while. Well, I'll treat you. Huh? What kind of treat? Whatever you want. Why's that even a question? Wait, what? Thank you. I guess. He gives me a treat? What the fuck? You diligently take notes that the professor sources on what will be coming today. Thanks, dude. Is that a good thing? Was that good? Let's just go to class. At least it's not skipping. Been seeing you a lot around lately. Guess it's natural to want to spend time together. I can sit down with a straight face, easily. Am I wrong? Was that good? Okay, let's just take this. Oh, we hang out with him again. Oh, but let's fight again. Oh, exercise. Oh, practice magic. Oh, let's work, study. I feel like a good student. Don't even know what happened. I don't even know what happened. It's not even. You have left him a few times. Let's go to exercise, I guess. Oh, I don't want to talk to you. I'm sorry. I will do your route soon. You look like really cool. What? Fuck, no, that's not big. My voice. Oh my god, why does everything have a fucking person? Let's take a bath. Why are you here? Let's just study. It's past curfew. It's a little past curfew. Saturday! Oh, I didn't feel! In the past, you have no reason to be saying, oh, so late, but there are no rules against doing some little overtime. Pretending you're looking over some books. That being said, yeah, definitely hadn't expected to fall asleep and study. You still follow on an attempt to make your way to the quarters, but a soft, tensive sound in the distance causes your blood to coil. Hello? Your voice echoes singly into the distance, and even if you squint your eyes, you're uncertain of what shadowy figures run amok. Lack of response leaves you in a slight tremble as you decide to simply push on ahead, as much height and strength as your legs allow you. Oof. A figure stands in the way, solid, hard, almost like a brick wall. You open your eyes, and even in darkness, you can distinguish his distinct figure. A double tail rips energetically in the way. White as is pure snow, but his expression that turns to you is a little less bright than usual. Oh, Prospero, it's here. Siri. There's something whether you feel a relief that is Siri you run into, or as his arrival leaves your chest rippling with palpitations, like some which only spy when you consider how late it's gone. Sure, you in your room right now? Like a leopard watches you for a moment. Nothing, not even a smile. Not listen to that, bro. What are you doing at this time of night? It's the best time to do some thinking. About your thoughts and all that. Have you ever felt that the sudden urge when looking at something so beautiful? I understand what you mean. Nice when all the pretty stars come out on the moon too. Exactly. A smile returns to his face. It is muted but speaks monologues. So sorry, you don't have to answer, but what are you thinking about? Leopard pauses in his contemplation of this, and his eyes go wide as you come into focus. It appears he is deliberating. As you can see in his passing patterns across his face. Fear, bashfulness, fatigue. You have seen many sides of Siri this past week, but this one? This might take the cake. If it's too personal, A persistent Siri clicks its tongue, and you flinch at the flash of his gritted teeth. You're sure his irritation has nothing to do with you? No, perhaps more directly towards himself. Once more, Siri's eyes gaze towards yours, and he looks hesitant, longing. But his lips part again, and you keep your mouth shut. I'm not very decisive in my words in person. Usually it's the wrong thing, and then someone gets upset. And then I get upset because I didn't mean to upset anyone. Oh, did you get into an argument with somebody? I mean, this happens normally, but I just wish I had more class, I guess. Even with you. Me? I wish I could tell you things I wanted you to know. Your throat feeling feels dry, his knees cheeks fire. Mom's spaghetti. The truth is, there's something I want to tell you too. You better share a look that transcends simple scrutiny. It's as if you were trying to understand the other's mind as well as sort out your own tumultuous thoughts. The kind of fist, lips also trembling, but then the sparrow, the last slight smell of this, too concerned, too honest to bet any wrong in this world. Come hang with me on the roof for a bit. It's getting late, but I changed my mind. I'll show the stars to you. Unless you ever just go back to your room, that's fine too. Hey, bring that kind of smell back, even if you like this haughty one too. No, it's fine. Let's get to the rooftop. As if anticipating your response, the animal lets out a chuckle. Effortlessly, he extends his hand like a lever after you. The roof? Usually he holds your hand the entire way, and you're certain of his intentions behind doing so. But Siri had always been surprisingly caring. There's simply a point you're never sure what he truly means about it. This one go otherwise. You place your hand before Shirley, clasped in it in passing, or simply against your will as he reached out for you impulsively. It's as passive as it was since you first met him. Large, yet gentle, the callous skin bit having healed since you bound him in the infirmary. I can't read, oh my god. He's such a jarring character. You find you're always somewhere watching over or looking up at him. The both of you are yet again outdoors, assessing your own at this point, something he prefers. It's obvious then, under the gloom of the ephemeral night, that even someone as mysterious as Siri thrives in solemn quietness. Looks a little more like himself, like a weight's been lifted from his shoulders. As Siri releases your hand to stand at the railing, his gaze is cast adrift to the sun unknown. The good thing about breaking curfew is, no one's out there to bother you. Have you been caught by a professor before? Yeah, if I have, I wouldn't tell you. Can't ruin my reputation. Right though, it really is pretty out here. Silent, peaceful. There's no auroras or frozen foliage here. In fact, Earth is nasty sweaty. If Earth is Alterna, I'll show you. I can show you. If anything like Earth's auroras, I bet it's beautiful. Alterna is the magical counterpart to Earth. It's 100 times more prettier. I bet. The conversation is one you define as rather sentimental. You can't help but feel your anxiety spike. In fact, Siri going on a tangent on the stars has the stars lying claimed in your eyes as well. You're dumbfounded, unable to keep yourself from watching the enigma before your obvious interest. You sort of think to yourself. Nothing ventured? Serious, it's not nice the best time to be thinking. And I trust you. Can I tell you something? There's even an expression that shares your inquisitiveness. Yeah? What do you want to tell me? You just roll up again, but you clutch your chest, unseritistically abashed. Look of shyness your face for Siri is one of you held back all week now. Looks like you curiously but not unkindly. A voice comes to your head. Just do it! So what I want to tell you is, a 7 minutes on a sharp clacking interrupts your thoughts, and immediately you stop at Gorka the interloper. They are serious, and this in front of you is not one I know of. Then it must not be that important. Oh, sorry! Out of the shadow steps a tall, elegantly alluring young woman. You're certain of where you've seen her before, but you're sure you had. You practically melt beneath the heat of her fiery vision. She seems tempered and calm, her languid and carefully precise movements reminiscent of a graceful lioness on the hunt. With a painstaking pressure that makes your friend go taut, you're finally relieved by Siri's voice. These are just as surprised as you, but familiar? Eleni, what are you doing here? Lily looks troubled, but shows no resistance when the woman hooks her arm around his. Ooh, okay! Deliberately wedging herself between the two of you. It's not a sour tune, the kind of sugary sweet that's sure to burn if you dare touch her. We start and end of the days to go, don't we? There's a specific, spiteful taste locked on together. Oh, I'm sorry, never mind. You get the feeling she's attempting to exclude you. Okay, bye. Shrinking back slightly, you move to Siri's opposite side, closer at the wall, grabbing the last semblance of your coat tucked in your sleeve. Whatever this woman is, you're going to... Huh? And you are? Never any smile you perceive from her lips. The whole suddenly becomes all sinister. As he draws nearer, the more dreaded it becomes. Clear by the fringe of her bank, she gazes at you scrutiny. Her fingers twitch, curling and unfurling, and the haughty tilts are made of her chin. You can smell her. Like fresh ambers and incense as she lowers her weight onto the wall. The one but both hands create a makeshift cage, blocking your view of the one who holds your affections. Then the rest rumbles in the back of your throat, and she lingers nearer, her lips a faint brush against your ear. Since chills on your side, and the words speak with more misintent. To be frank, ask as for morality. He appears the soft-hearted tendencies are predestined. They cannot for your name. A sizzle is heard from her palms, an intense flash of warmth, and reminiscent of the leopards on Aurora you previously encountered. Leaving I speak to you now as the greatest warning. That man, he glances shifts towards oh my god. I glance shift towards Siri for a beat, but apparently she keeps her focus upon you and only you. Is mine. Okay, I get that. I'm gonna leave now. As first in her statements, dominating your entirety without her laying her hand upon you. She pauses, allowing the words to sink in before she whispers. You do well to remind yourself of that. And then you don't get violent. At last, Siri intervenes, placing her hand on this Eleni. Her face crinkles in a way that makes you feel smaller than you are, before she faces you with a placid smile. Just saying when they cast away, the mask will play. The woman narrows her eyes towards you. Nah, bro, this is too much work, bro. I will just avoid him, I can't lie. That's too much work. You might just have to be together, it's okay. Then you feel her whittling you down to a neighbor, a pile of ashes until she finally pulls away. A flush of air finally fills your lungs, though you see more rat than mouse. Immediately you stagger away, having gotten the picture. As to what form of faceless veil or frown you attempt to appear to Siri, you appear to have understandable. However, you wonder if you always understandable. He seems more concerned with that woman on his side, and at once you realize she's a person who's truly occupied his thoughts all along. Every embarrassment seeps into your veins, but you've always been intruding. After all, have those signs been there? Just trying to confess, but you skitter away, realizing it had all been your fruitless indulgence. Maybe never world another life, or maybe you should try not falling for someone in a little over a week. Six herself play with fire on. I'm sorry. Game Dev, J Finch on Twitter, and Rencham on Twitter. Music Puff Music on Instagram. Most sing Benabun Twitter. Oh, so they look cute together though. Guys, it's the same spell. Wait, they look so cool. Wait, can I look at that again? She looks so cool. So she's with the guy. This woman is with the guy. Oh wait, there's so many images. Goldie Atla. So they're from different people. That's cool. I don't have the images on lock. This is so cool. I thought that was threatening though. Why is he not okay? Well, some imagination today. Okay, so they're together. I'm so sorry. Okay, so wait, what? Wait. A special third ending is unlocked by completing both his and Ellie's sex ending. Successfully pick with Ellie's once more to trigger the option for the ending. Okay, so if I do Eleni's, maybe Eleni's ending, it looks so cool together. I feel like inadequate. Okay, next episode I will do Eleni's route because I want to get the special ending. I'm pretty sure the CG. Wait, I'm pretty sure the CG for him is in the other route and Eleni's route because their routes are interlocked. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Okay. Alright, okay. Thank you all for watching this video. Okay, I will try and get Eleni's route because I'm so cool and she's cool and they're both cool, and it's making me panic. Thank you all for watching. I can't believe it's been 2 years since I played this game. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'm happy that I got this happy, well, success ending. Technically a success. The woman was very cool though. Okay, anyways, let's just, thank you for watching and say goodbye to everyone. Goodbye, goodbye.